Hey my kings and queens, it's your girl Queen Rose, and I'm back today with another video where your thoughts and your opinion truly matters to me. Well, we could agree to disagree, but we'll be respectful to one another's thoughts and opinion. And make sure as you come on in, enjoy La Familia, join the family. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to become the family. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in if you do not mind. And make sure if you want to, share with your mother, your father, whoever you want to share with, share. You understand? Don't be stingy. Share me. Share me around. But other than that, let me get into what I came here for to get my commentary on. Okay. So we all know Emma Vine. Emma Vine, we know, some of us may know them. They are a content influencer creator as well. They did many collaborations with if I remember, Delori, Nair, Chris, Delori, Nair, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, I seen them one time. If I'm not mistaken, with Daddy Chunk Chunk as well. Bianca and Damien, the Prince family. Also as well, Damien Cryer. They did a lot of collaborations with many other YouTuber influencers. As we know, there was a couple as well. Seemed to me that, they loved each other. Their bond was very strong, but through the years, they started having, let's go say, probably problems behind the scenes and everything. But I remember a year ago, Emily lost her grandma. Emily lost her grandma, and Vine as well lost his brother due to COVID. But as when Vine lost his brother due to COVID, he fell into a deep, dark state of depression, and that he started losing himself. And I think from there, that's when things between them started going a little differently. Like, things wasn't the same no more for them. Because why I say this, Vine came with a video that I seen just a few minutes ago. It was a couple of days he put it out, but I seen it a few minutes ago. He had came out with a video stating that him and his ex Emily is no longer a couple. They decided to part ways. There's no bad blood. There is nothing bad he could even say about her, because at one time they built a good fond memories together. They had good times together. But, things wasn't the same no more. So he decided to stay with the channel. She decided to go on with her life to do whatever she chooses to do. But no matter what, they are still good friends. I think he said they do keep in contact with each other as well. He also stated that the channel that he has now, he's going to be more consistent into that channel, do more reactions to that channel. I think it's like a reaction channel. The Emma Vine, that used to be Emma Vine channel, is going to be more like him doing a reaction channel. He said, he just felt in a dark space where he didn't want to film no more. He didn't want to be bothered with no friends. He didn't want to be bothered with no family. He didn't want to be bothered with nothing. So he fell into a deep, depression, that he felt like he, lost himself to the midst of the storm that he was going through. He also stated that, he had to fight his way through it. You understand? So seems to me he is still dealing with a little bit of, a little issue of finding himself, but he is getting a hold of it. He as well said that he's going to take that channel as well to do reactions. But he was just wanting to make sure that when he does come back to the scene, and if nobody doesn't see Emily with him, it's because they're no longer together. They parted ways. I would love to know what happened to Abel, the dog. Abel. I would love to know what happened to him, because I watched the Emma Vine as well too, and I know they had a dog, Abel. I don't think he even said anything about Abel in that channel. But he went through a lot in life as well. If I know he had probation. He was on probation for quite a long time, and he just came out as well too from probation, from a situation that we all know that took place. You know, he went through a lot, so I'm glad he's out of a dark space and he found himself, and I hope he, you know, gets around a little bit, go back to, you know, being him, finding himself more, interacting more with his friends, you understand, interacting more with his family, you know, getting the vibe back, getting the vibe back. No one deserves to be stuck in no dark space in their life. No one deserves to be, you know, alone through that trial, that I'm going to say a depression. You understand? You know, everybody needs somebody to let them know that they're strong, that they got this, they will get through it. You know, someone that they could talk to and count on without them worrying about, you know, if something does go wrong or they stop talking, the other person goes blast and tell the next person, you know, what that person was going through. And it's kind of, you know, hard to find people like that nowadays, but I hope whoever was there by his side coaching him, if it was Emily or his friends and his family, I hope they continue to coach him and he continue to open up more so he could be, if he doesn't go through therapy, and I hope he does go through therapy, you know, he find his way back out of through this little midst of a storm. But he also took to his Instagram today and he posted up, I will enter it into the video. He posted up a couple of words. He said, 5 hours ago, he said, I really been going through it all year, being off of social media, just trying to figure out what's wrong with me. I stopped posting for a reason and just never opened up about it to nobody, not even family. And I isolated for a whole year, unintentionally. Constant anxieties, panic attack randomly, heart jumping out of my chest, thinking I'm going to die, or sleeping and walking in the middle of the night randomly to a half of my body feeling numb and thinking I'm going to die. I finally built the confidence back up to post more contents again and talk to friends and family after all year. I never tell people about my issues or never had nobody check on me like I have always done for peers around me. But this is still an everyday issue, and I just know I have to work through it one day at a time. I had to find different ways to take meds like liquor or powder version of the medication. I think is weighing on me that I still lost my brother to COVID, and he was only 19 years old. It opened my eyes to life, and it hurt different ways. It hurt every day since then. I just haven't been the same. I think that's a part of the reason this is I will be perfectly fine. And then randomly I start panicking and thinking I'm about to die. Part of it has to be my body changing. I'm at the age, I'm 28, but still nobody understands. I really been going through it. I started smoking 4 months ago. That was the issue, but it's not. It's just me, something I can't control. I have gotten a little better at attempting to handle it, but it's hard. I even haven't been eating like that because every time I eat, I feel like I'm choking on my food and it's not going down. So I spend my days scared to eat the next meal, literally, and never been good at taking the medicine since I was a kid. I always had a fear that pills get stuck in my throat, even though they're not. But when this stuff happens, it lasts all day, all times of panic. It's sad. Me reading through this, for me, my personal insight of looking this, I feel he's dealing with a lot of anxiety and panic issues. Like he deals with a lot of fears. Like he's dealing with a lot of fear in life. He doesn't know how to cope with fear. He doesn't know how to cope, and he's not learning how to deal with the loss of his brother. And I feel like everybody understands that part. Like when you're close to somebody and you lose somebody dear to you that you love with all the soul within you, and the time that they go, you don't know how to deal with it no longer. So your brain starts scattering. You start thinking, and from thinking, you start thinking about the memories, and the memory just leads to that stabbing in the heart that they no longer there, and then you drift away to this place in your head where you get lost, and then you don't want to do nothing with nobody, you don't want to talk to nobody, you don't want to associate with nobody. It just, everything starts to become dark. And then when you find yourself in that dark hole, it's hard to come out, because when you're trying to come out and you try to do something productive, it's that fear within you that blocks it from you doing the things that you want to do, because you have fear that, or this probably go wrong, or they're judging me, or this, that, and the third. And it's like a mental game. You're just battling a game within your head, and you're scared to open up to people because you don't want people to judge you. You don't want people to criticize you. You don't want people to talk on you. You don't want people to say, oh, you just going crazy. You know how people is so quick to, tag people's name on certain shit. So it's just become hard. So that's why I say I think he feel like he's dealing with a lot of mixed emotion. I feel personally this is something deep that a friend or a family can't fix. What could fix it is him getting intensive therapy, intensive help. You understand? Someone he could break down to that does not know him personally, and that could help him lead the path of the right, light, or go to a group with a lot of people that dealt with losses, and you can hear their loss and how they managed through it, like someone to help somebody, like those kind of things. A group, a counselor, a therapist. He needs something. But I'm happy, that Vine is okay. I'm happy that he's being brave to talk about it. He's being brave to say, look, I'm dealing with mental health issues, because a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. So I'm just happy overall. He's finding himself. He's going back to making videos. He's going back to be him, understand? But I understand with him and Emily as well, they will eventually, continue to be friends. And that's a bond, like you say, that it's just beautiful as of right now. So I hope he gets better through the midst of all. If anybody else dealing with mental health issues, reach out and talk to someone you could trust, or, trying to find a way to a place where, they could help you, that you could talk like a therapist, like I say, a group, whatever. You understand? But through it all, we all go through our trials and tribulation in life. But everything in life is going to be sometimes hard. Everything don't come out easy, you understand? But we just gotta stay focused and pray, and and know that even though through your darkest hour, through your darkest time, understand, you're not alone. Somebody eventually, can help you and help you see there's more to life than depression and the things you are going through. Never allow you to be a prisoner in your own brain. Break free by getting help. But until then, it's your girl, Queen Rose. And I wish each and every one of you love, peace, and light, and blessing. Remember, you are you. You are unique in your own way. Never allow no one to dim your shine over you. Keep your head up, and no better days are coming. I would like to know y'all thoughts and your opinions. If y'all have them, in the comments down below, where we can agree to disagree, but it's all respect. But in the meantime, I'm out to the next video.